Hi guys, let's make some apple pie the easy way with a little help from our friends at Pillsbury. Okay, with that said, let's get started. I did some prep to keep it a little bit smoother and easier and not too boring for y'all. Let me have a sip of my coffee and we'll get rolling. This will go quick. I'm so happy to be back. Yesterday I did the beet salad, just to so you know, I'm so happy to be back in my kitchen here. I'm not going to stay. I'm going to go out and do more Christmassy things, and I'm going to do some other stuff because I want to keep you interested, and I love you viewing my channel and all the support and the subscribers. Thank you much. Keep coming. I'll keep doing. All right. Now, I put them in here and you see how they have that nice color? That's simply because when you peel them, have a bowl on the side. I was using this. Have it on the side with cold water, cool water, with a little bit of lemon in it. And as you cut and chop it, throw your cubes in there and they stay beautiful. Otherwise, they will brown and they don't look appealing at all. They look kind of ugly, okay? But not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Now, there are a lot of recipes I haven't made in years. I'm not going to lie, guys. I'm not a baker. You know that. This is a simple way, meaning Pillsbury dough, pie crust. Simple. I don't have to make it. I don't have to stress it. All you have to do is cut your apples and know the mix, which I'm going to help you and give you every detail for it in here and in the description. So a lot of recipes called for 6 or 7 apples. That's when you're going to mound very high on your pie if you like that. I've done those. And they're a little bit, you know, they're beautiful. But today, I only had 5 Granny Smith, okay? I picked Granny Smith because Granny Smith are the right tartness and the right cooking apple for an apple pie. Okay, you want a good baking apple. You could get suggestions. Granny Smith's not the only one you could use. You could check other recipes. I prefer it because I've always made it with it. So I know what it tastes like, you know. That's important to me, knowing it's consistent. It's like a good restaurant where you always order the pizza from or the chicken parm. You know what you're getting and what it's going to taste like. Okay, let me see. So now I have 5 nice sized Granny Smith apples, and the rest pretty simple. I'm going to read from my own recipe. I had to dig up and modify because back in the day we used to like a lot more of certain things. Let me get the butter. A little melted butter goes in this recipe, and I almost forgot it. I got to put it in another 10 seconds. I almost forgot it in the microwave. You know I make mistakes like that. We're all human and nobody's perfect, including this girl who's just a home cook trying to help everybody learn a trick or two. I had to learn apple pie from my sister Stephanie. Hi, Steph. And I'm not going to lie, this apple pie gained me my second husband. Okay, true story. All right, let me take a breath because it's going to go quick and I have to read because I want to put in the order. Okay, flour. 2 tablespoons of flour. Sprinkle that all around. The flour is what thickens the syrup as the apples cook down and make a watery, saucy kind of applesauce consistency. It's the flour that keeps them together. I'm going to need my glasses, guys. 1 second. I'm over here in my flip-flops if you hear the sound. Also, if you hear the door at all opening and Millie going ballistic, that's Vinny coming home from his rehab. And you know I don't like to edit because they're just natural sounds. This isn't a TV studio. This is just my kitchen with a board my hubby made for me to make it look cool, and I love it. But that's all it is. It's a piece of pine wood, okay, with contact paper. I think everybody could see. I just love playing here and fixing and looking nice. Who doesn't like to look nice? All right, 3/4 cup of sugar. Simple ingredients too. That's what I like about doing an apple pie. You know, I've made the fresh in the past, the dough. Okay, the sugar. 1 tablespoon of lemon. You could put a little bit less. Lemon just keeps that tartness and balances all the sugar and the fat of the butter. So I'm going to put a little bit, a few sprinkles. That's it. You can use fresh if you want, but this is always saying it is fresh, so I use it in a lot of dressings and such. Butter. 2 tablespoons of butter I put in. I melted in the microwave as you've seen me do. Okay, let's start to get the clean up here as we go. I love to do that. So less mess is easier. Okay. Butter, cinnamon, 2 tablespoons. I like a lot of cinnamon. My family likes a lot of cinnamon. You could cut this in half to 1 tablespoon. It's up to you. These are the things about cooking and baking that are very personal. See, I'm going to hold back a little till I toss it. When I toss it is when I'll really know. A dash of salt. Okay, dash of salt, again, to balance the sweet and all the other things going in there. And I think that's it, guys. You watched me. It's a 6-ingredient recipe. I'm pausing because I need a big spoon to toss. Alrighty, and that's all we're going to do is we're going to toss these now with the sugar, the flour, the butter. Blend it as best you can. Okay, and then it just gets poured into the pie plate. That's it. And it bakes for an hour. I'm going to show you how it looks in there. You do have to make slits for ventilation. I see already I want more cinnamon. Okay. This all melts down, guys, with the flour, the butter. It looks excessive, but it's not. And like I said, if you don't want it that cinnamony, you'd make 1 tablespoon. I'm going to write that in the description for you. Remember, Janine likes a lot of cinnamon. Let's get personal. Okay, because it is my suggested recipe. Nothing's written in stone. There's probably 50,000 recipes for apple pie, and trust me, just like you guys, I went out looking myself, and they get too complicated. I can't. I'm not a baker. I want simple, but home tasting and good. All right? Okay, I gotta bear with me, guys. I gotta get this right. Otherwise, the finished product will not be balanced. So it's good that you're seeing this part too. It's all part of the recipe. Alrighty. All right, so now let me put this aside here while I prep the pie. And I'm gonna need egg wash, which I didn't pull out. Now see, I gotta dry this off a second. See, I am a little unprepared today. Again. Au naturel. Au naturel. That ain't gonna hurt it. You could use any pie plate you have. I have a classic glass one because I got these at Home Goods for, a pack of 2 for like $4.99. $5, you get 2. Who doesn't want 2 pie plates, 2 quiches? I've done a video on here where I made 2 quiches, and it came in handy that I had the 2 plates because there was something on sale, cheese or egg or bacon. I said, oh, I'll make 2, and I did. Okay, I'm hoping this is defrosted enough. It's refrigerator, so you just unravel it. Okay. All right. And we're going to let it set. We're going to be patient with it because even though it was refrigerated, it has to get a little bit more malleable. Okay, but that's it. Take that and you put that in the pie plate. Okay. Let that sit a minute because I see it's already getting aggravated being touched too much. Look how nice it forms in here, guys. Look at that. Okay, what a shell. What a shell. We can wrap over, we could crimp. Let's let that sit a minute. Let's get ready for all those. And in the meantime, let me just grab an egg. Let me just grab an egg for our egg wash. You take an egg white out of my little tray here, which is working out very well in the fridge, guys. The organization I did for the refrigerator, that worked out really nice. Let me crack this. We only want the white. Wait a second. Okay. It's a little tricky. It's a little tricky just to get that. Unfortunately, I had to waste that yolk. Nothing I could do with just a yolk. And now look at me about to ruin my dishwasher, my compactor. Okay. Janine, get it rolling. Get it rolling. So I hope everybody has nice plans for the weekend. I'm going to go on the road, guys. I may post it in my community tab. We'll see. I'm going to another channel who happens to be a relative, and we'll see if we could cook something up and get some content on here for him. Alrighty. Now, let's go. Let's roll. Okay, you just take these, see? Rushing. You cannot rush a good recipe. This has to get slits in the bottom of the pie to ventilate the bottom so it cooks, because we're not doing any of that pre-bake where they par bake it to get it a head start and that to make sure the bottom cooks. Here, Pillsbury is nice enough. It makes their crust thin. So I haven't had a problem in the past, but if you wanted to pre-bake this for 10 minutes before you, that's fine. That's fine. Do you do you. This is a suggested recipe. It's the ingredients and the method that matter. See now, this is only 5 apples, guys. 5 apples. I cut them in this shape because I prefer it. Traditionally, a lot of people like the apple slice. That's, again, another preference. It's up to you. It's your pie. I like them in the square. I don't know why. I don't. I guess because I made it that way in the beginning. But you too, whatever you like. And you see, you fill it, you spread them around. Now, they will sink down. That's why I said to you, other recipes use more apples because they wanted to maintain the height, that dome shape, okay? That's a very particular shape, and it's an amount of apples that do that because they cook down. So the more apples you could fit, when I used to do this in the past, this is small, and I know it's going to sink and be a low pie. I could tell because in the past my apples were up to here. Okay? So don't be afraid to do 8 apples if you want that mound. Okay? These are going to stew down. Just like, not quite applesauce, but you know what I'm saying. They'll be half in volume maybe, or 3/4 of the volume I have now. Hopefully 3/4. All right, that's that. How hard was it so far? We cut apples. We put 5 spices on them. We tossed them, and that was it. We had a pre-made pie crust waiting for us. Now I'm just going to do the finale. I'm going to get the top out. Okay. The top piece should be a little bit more ready. This is part 2. They come in 2 pieces, 2 tubes. You'll see them. And a lot of times Publix puts them on sale, which is very nice because you have 2 pies for the price of 1. They're getting a little pricey, the Pillsbury ready-mades, the biscuits and all of that stuff. But Publix does frequently put them on. 2 for 1. BOGO. Buy one, get one. Love that here about Florida and Publix. We don't have that in New York. We don't have that. Okay, see what I'm doing here? I'm trying to put the warmth of my hand on the dough to get it more pliable. That's all I'm doing. In case you're saying, what's she doing that pie? What's she doing? Okay, there it is. Okay, and now let's put it right on top. And then I think I want to do some kind of rustica thing here because I have so much overlapping. Okay, let's see what we can do. Let's see if we could get a rustical edge here without, see what I'm doing? And I'll show you the finished. I'm just trying to braid and twist them together. You want to crimp the bottom to the top, and then we're going to make air vents. Okay, we're going to have a beautiful crust on here because we have excessive, and we don't have the height of apples I was discussing with you. I don't want that today because it's just me and Ben. You know, he loves it. He asked for it. Normally, I don't make many pies anymore for just the 2 of us. We buy ready-made and such. I'm making a mess with this little guy, but that's okay. I'm not here for perfection. I hope you're not. That's the beauty of everybody cooking their own way. This is my way. And I found I have a little bit excessive pie crust in that one corner, you know. So we're going to make it like that to wick it. Okay, now all you got to do is make vent holes, guys, and brush it. Let's make vent holes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We made 6. Okay, do 6. And then here's my egg. Beat up an egg. Here's your washer. And you just do like that. What this does is make that golden top that we all love, okay? In addition, if you want to get fancy, you could do a cinnamon sugar, and after you put the egg wash, sprinkle that on top, and you'll have that real crusty looking. Play with it. Make it yours, okay? Make it yours. I hope this recipe helped you all. It's simple, and it saves the biggest amount of time is the making of the crust. The rest you saw with me is pretty simple. It's apples and some spices tossed, cut and tossed. You cut them the way you like. You toss them, and that's it. They go in the crust. Now, this will cook about an hour, maybe an hour and 15 minutes. I'm going to put for an hour and then check her and see. I'll know how golden the top is. And when the final amount comes out, I'll put it in the description for you guys. Okay, that's it. We're ready and just on time because Vinny's coming home and he's opening the door and Millie's going to go bonkers. Okay, so I'll come back when it's out of the oven for you. Okay, guys, and here she is. I'm beaming because every time I make it, it smells phenomenal in my kitchen. Yes, this is my kitchen that I like to play and set up to make the food look so much prettier for you. I do serve and cook like this. This is not fake in any way, shape, or form. These are my own personal books and trinkets and my house plants. So just so you know, because I change it often, I play with it because it's enjoyable. And I hope you enjoy it. This is too hot to taste. It's too hot to cut, but I promise you it's delicious. Okay, guys, that's it for today. And if you like what you see, subscribe to me. It's still cooling down, guys. Right here in the sunshine on my countertop. Cannot wait to cut into it. Absolutely delicious. The house smells amazing. Have a great weekend, everybody.